Happy.
Class, class.
Yes.
Eyes on me.
I love you.
All right. When we last talked about animals, we were talking about how animals' mothers take care of them, right? Some animals' mothers help them to survive. They show them how to do things. They find a place for them to live. Okay? We're going to move on now. The animals are growing up, and now they have to survive on their own. And we want to figure out how that works for some animals. How some animals can survive on their own when there's all these things that might get them out there, right? Other animals that may want to eat them, they want to survive. So we're going to do an experiment to try to figure out how some of them can do that without their mothers. They don't have their mothers anymore, okay? So as we start our experiment, we're going to start with a question. Okay, this question is going to help us during the experiment because it will help us think about what we're doing this experiment for, because obviously we cannot have little animals in the class, right? So we're going to write down our question so that we can keep that in mind as we do our experiment, that we're really talking about animals even though we won't have any actual animals, okay? Is going to help guide us through our experiment today, and we're calling this our essential question. Echo?
Essential question.
This is going to help us to figure out what we need to learn from the experiment that we're doing. Our essential question today is going to be, how do some animals survive in the wild, okay? Without their mothers, of course. So we're going to write that on this line here. We move on to the next part, we see it says observations with a little magnifying glass. Everyone say observations.
Observation.
In order to figure out how animals survive in the wild, we're going to have to look at some things. We're going to need to look at some things and make some observations about what we see. We cannot really go out into the wild. We can't go into the forest, in the jungle, and look at the animals right there, right? A little dangerous. So we're going to look at some pretend habitats. Habitats are where the animals live. So everyone say habitats.
Habitats.
Habitats might be the forest, the ocean, the jungle. We're going to pretend to look at a habitat, and the first habitat we're going to look at is the orange habitat. So I'm going to show you it up there. Here's my orange habitat. See all those little animals in there? Pretending, right? See all the little animals? Everybody say yes.
Yes.
Look at all those animals in their habitat, right? So we're making observations about what it looks like. Some of you see some letters in there too. We'll talk about those in a bit. But we're going to draw a picture of this in the box that says orange tray, because this is going to be our orange habitat. So I'm going to move this here, and we're going to draw a picture. See where it says orange tray? We're going to draw a picture of what we just saw. So use your pencil to make a big circle. This is the orange tray. I'm going to now use my crayons. So if you are not sitting at your desk, just share, please. And I'm going to draw a picture of the colors that I saw in there. I saw a lot of orange. And I saw some other colors in there too, a little bit.
Oopsie, wrong fish. I got the wrong.
The things that you're seeing, the colors that you're seeing, those are the animals playing around in their habitat. Oh look, there goes a tiger.
Oh, I saw a lot of tigers.
Hey, let's look at the next one. The next one is the green habitat. It says green tray, just so you'll know what it is. Let's take a look at the green one. Oh look, it's a jungle. I see some birds in there. Those are my animals in my habitat. So we're going to draw a picture of this now. In the next box that says green tree. I thought I saw a lizard too. The desert, I think.
I see blood. It's the normal. I see camel.
Let's draw this.
I see camel. I see blood. I just see blood. I see camel. Right. I do have that kind. I see dead bugs in it. I see a bug.
As you're finishing up this last picture, I'm going to pass a habitat to each group. Divine, I need you to scoot one chair over. Please do not touch the animals in the habitat. They will bite you. Okay?
What?
Don't touch them. Don't touch them or you're not going to be able to do the experiment with them. Wipe that finger. Class?
Yes.
Eyes on me. Right. Our animals are living and surviving in their habitat, but actually there's some differences in your habitat. The habitat has S's on them, and the animals have M's on them. Just so we know the difference between, a tree and an animal. Don't touch. You just look. The background, the trees, the bushes, the ground, the dirt, the water, whatever it is, those all have S's on them. The animals have M's on them. Okay? All right. So we're going to find some evidence about which of these animals are going to survive. Because not all of them are going to make it, right? Some might get eaten. Some of these animals are going to get eaten. I mean, in the wild, it just happens, right? Some animals don't survive. They get eaten by other animals. And the animals that eat them are called predators. Here are my predators right here in my bag. A predator is going to eat another smaller animal, okay? Just like this. It's going to eat it. Now, you are not actually going to eat it. You are going to put it into your tummy, and this is your tummy right here. You won't get an animal and put it in your tummy. You won't actually eat them, okay? Now, if you do a good job, I have some animals we can eat later. But right now, you are not actually going to eat these. You are only going to put them in your tummy like this. And guess what? You only have a limited amount of time to do this because, you don't want to get eaten by a bigger animal. So I'll give you a minute to pick out some animals that you're going to eat in your tummy. And then we're going to look at the ones that you pick. You may only eat the animals with M's on them. If you pick the S, like a bush or a tree or some water, you don't get to eat that. That does not count. You took the wrong one. You're going to eat the other animals, and I'm going to give you a minute. Now, only one person can do this at a time. It's going to be a quiet friend.
I don't eat like this.
It's going to be a friend that's sitting nicely in their chair, and they're scooted in, and they are ready for the next direction.
I'm right. I got to eat like this.
You will get 1 minute to use your predator beak or whatever you want to call it, and you will put as many of those M animals as you can into your cup in 1 minute. In 1 minute, I'm going to call time. Hands up. In 1 minute. Okay? Because being a predator, you got to be quick. You got to get those animals quick and get out of there. If you spend too much time, you might get eaten by something else. Okay? Everyone will get a chance, but right now, I'm going to give one person this, and they will get to do it first. You're going to take as many M animals as you can find in 1 minute. When I call time, your hands better be up, or I'm going to put all your animals back. You don't get any animals today. Because we're going to look at the animals that you found. Okay? We're going to see which animals you picked out. You may not use your hand. If you pick it up and it falls down onto the table, that one's going back in. It has to fall directly in your stomach, right? Because if you come to eat an animal and he falls out of your mouth, he's running away. You're not going to get him, okay? So 1 minute. Ready? Go.
Oh, yeah.
No using your hands? M's only.
Are you getting the M's only?
M animals only. No S's.
Make sure you're looking at the M's. There you go.
Get the blue one.
Uh-oh, that one got away.
look at the ones that the first predator found, because we're going to write some evidence, and by evidence I mean numbers. We need some numbers to get some actual facts about how many animals are actually going to be eaten. All right, raise your hand if you have an orange tray. Raise your hand. Orange tray? All right. Orange tray. Look inside your tummy. How many blue animals did you get?
3.
Okay, everybody use your pencil, please, to write 3 blue animals she got.
3.
Orange tray, how many green animals did you get?
None.
0. Okay, orange tray, how many yellow animals did you get?
1.
1. Everybody write 1. How many red animals did you get?
1.
1. How many orange animals did you get?
1.
1. How many brown animals did you get?
I got
None. Okay. I'm going to just double check to make sure none of those were S's. You got all M's. There you go. Good job. Okay, who has the green tray? Okay, how many yellow animals did you get?
0.
0. How many red animals did you get?
2.
Actually, those are orange, so I don't see any red in yours.
0.
Put a 0. How many orange animals did you get?
2.
2. Those ones are orange. I know the screen makes them look straight. And how many brown animals did you get?
4.
Show me your hands on your head when you're ready. Wrote all those numbers. I can see who we're waiting on. Okay, we're not waiting on anybody. Okay. Let's look at this information now and try to answer our question. How do some animals survive in the wild? Obviously, some of them survived. They are still here. They did not get eaten. Right? Some of them got eaten and some of them didn't. So how is it that those ones didn't get eaten, but the ones in your tummy got eaten? Okay? Let's look at a couple of these in particular here. Look at the red tray. What is the only animal that did not get eaten by the red tray?
Red.
The red animal. Let's look at the brown tray. What is the only animal on the brown tray that did not get eaten? They were in there, because there was every color. Jacob R? The brown didn't get eaten in the brown tray. Interesting. Look at the yellow tray. How many yellow animals were eaten? A lot? Compared to the others? Lily?
1.
Only 1. Out of all those others. Out of 11 animals, only 1 was the same color as the habitat there. I want you to talk to your partners, your teammates, and think about why that is. Why an animal that's the same color as his tray is not going to be eaten usually. Talk to your neighbors about this. Why do you think that is?
Hey! Is there
Thank you for
Class,
sharing.
class. I've heard so many good reasons about why certain animals were not eaten as often as other animals. That's what we call our reasoning. Using those reasons to explain why some animals got eaten and why some animals would survive. Okay? So we're going to write down some thoughts here, some reasons about why certain animals in your habitat might not have gotten eaten. And I'd like Ricky to share his thoughts about that. Can you share what you were saying?
So the same. If you have the same color, those Skittles, the ground is they're hiding underground and they're camouflaging with the thing.
What is that word? That camouflaging word? What does that mean?
They're hiding.
One other group was talking about hiding too. Was it this group talking about hiding?
No. Yeah.
Who can talk more about that camouflaging, hiding?
I can talk more about that.
Who Who can talk more? What does that mean exactly? Caitlin G, what?
It's like where they change colors.
Did your animals change color? Yeah. That's pretty good. Animals, I think, that can change colors are probably going to survive a lot longer. Who can tell me more about that hiding, camouflaging? What is that? Ethan?
Where you blend into something. Like on ground, like a tree, grass.
Oh, class.
Yes, yes!
Eyes on Ethan? I want you to hear what he said, and I don't think everyone was listening because some of you have pencils and some of you have predator things in your hands right now. Can you talk about that hiding, camouflaging thing? What does that mean again?
You blend into something like a tree or the ground.
How would that help me to survive in the wild?
Like if a predator is trying to find you, but then it doesn't see you when you camouflage.
Oh, okay.
Blending into something.
So maybe the animals survived because you couldn't see them as well as some of the other animals? Let's write down some of these reasons that you came up with. Get your pencil. I liked the reasoning where people said that some animals were hiding. Or blending in. I liked how you said that. I liked how Ricky and Ethan and Caitlin were talking about some animals were kind of hiding. Some of you had said like the M's were hiding, facing down, couldn't tell. They were blending in with the others, the S's that you didn't want. But I really, really like the discussions that were being held and the reasons that you were coming up with. Ricky, what was that word with the C again?
Camouflage. Camouflage.
Camouflage. Let's write. I like that word. That's a long word. Let's write that one too. We're just going to put it at the end here. We're going to put camouflage. You couldn't see the M's. They were hiding, blending in. As we're thinking about scientists and answering our question, we have to make a claim. A claim is like a light bulb, like, aha, this is why, right? Now I know. Now I can see why some animals can survive in the wild. Because we've been talking about S's and M's, we've been talking about M&M's. Those aren't real animals, right? But by doing this, we can see how, oh, that's how some animals survive in the wild. How is it that some animals can survive in the wild and not get eaten? What did this tell me? What did I learn from this? What is my aha? My claim? Miranda?
It is about, you can like,
Talk about animals, yeah.
somewhat like a chameleon, you should be like chameleon. It's like you can like blend in really good because you can change tons of colors, any color you want.
How's that? Animals should blend in to survive. If I could just blend in like a chameleon, I would not get eaten, right? And I think some animals know that. And they do that like she was talking about a chameleon, okay? So our claim, how do some animals survive in the wild? Animals should blend in to survive in the wild. When mom is not there to help protect them anymore, they have to have some other things they could do to survive, okay? Because mom's not gonna be there to defend them anymore. And one of the things they should do is they should blend in. And that way, they just wouldn't be seen, they wouldn't get eaten. That's perfect. I love how you said that, Miranda.